So can you tell me your name?
I'm Duane Penner, third generation broom maker.
And can you give me a little bit of history about broom making?
The family started making brooms in World War I. Grandpa made brooms in Canada, learned how to make brooms there, and invented the whisk broom. And then from there, they lived there for about 5 years and then moved back to the U.S., where he made his own brooms and farmed and sold them for 50 cents each, 2 bits. And then the business died out, and my dad started the business back up in 1956, started making brooms again. The history of brooms goes back to 1792, when Levi Dickerson looked at his millet crop and wondered what kind of broom that would make. And he took the tassel off the top of the millet and swept with it, and then he bundled it in a small bundle and gave it to his wife, and his wife liked how it swept, the neighbors liked how it swept. That's how the broom industry started. By 1810, winding machines started that you saw that we were using, and they would have hand cranks on them, all kind of cranks. They'd use whatever leftover or broken down machinery to make a new machine. And it started from farm to farm, and by 1820s and 30s the shakers came in and made the broom flat. And then the industry really kicked off, where there were not just farmers making brooms, but there was large shops with 100 men making 1,000 brooms a day, shipping them all over the world to Asia, Europe, Canada, and Mexico. It was one of the largest cash crops before the Civil War. And at the end of the Civil War, other countries start making brooms, so the industry went way downhill. Broom corn was actually sold on the stock market like cotton and wheat is. Now that there's only, in California, there's about 19 large shops left, if that. We're just one of the small shops that makes brooms for the Central Valley here in California.
And how did you get started in the broom making business?
I learned to make brooms when I was a teenager. We were actually in the broom shop when we were babies. Grandpa made strollers for us when we were in the 60s out of the old table chairs, and put wheels on them so we could run around in the broom shop with Dad and Mom, so they didn't have to watch us so much. Then as teenagers we learned how to actually make brooms and sew and everything like that. And then the Civil War, or the Historical Society, asked us to come out and make brooms for the Civil War reenactment. And so the first year we came out with an electric winding machine and a hand vise to sew on, and the whole broom shop came out the first year. The second year half of them came out, and the third year no one wanted to do it, and that's how I got hooked in doing Civil War events and demonstrations for people. I just enjoy telling the history about making brooms.
Well, thank you very much for sharing with us.
You're welcome.